Hey guys, welcome to a brand new Anthony Marsh Jr. vlog on PR Lost Galaxy 2014. And I think what I'm going to do today, since I was thinking about this overnight, thinking about my room and rearranging some stuff, getting rid of some old stuff I don't need anymore, and I'm also getting rid of some stuff that I've had for the last, for the last long time. So what I'm going to do is get rid of some old stuff that is in my closet. I already got rid of what stuff I don't need anymore that's been in my dresser right there for the longest time as I can remember. What I'm going to do is, actually, if you look at my closet, I have some very old movies on VHS that I'm planning on getting DVD versions of, because after having these movies on VHS for the longest time, I think it's time I moved on and got these movies on not VHS, DVD. And there are some more movies on VHS that I still have that I'm planning on getting DVD versions of. Some very old movies I grew up watching from my early childhood to about age 10. So I'm getting rid of some movies that I'm planning on getting DVD versions of, again, minus the Rugrats movies, because I don't really watch the show anymore, and Jimmy Neutron, but I'm only going to keep the movie when I get it on DVD. But I'm not going to think about the Jimmy Neutron TV series that aired on Nickelodeon and such. I'm planning on getting the only two Batman animated films I still have for the longest time, like Sub-Zero and Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, getting those on DVD. Back in my childhood, I never had Mask of the Phantasm, but I'm planning to getting that on DVD. And one of my favorite animated 20th Century Fox films, Anastasia, after having this on VHS for the longest time, get that on DVD. Plus, The Grinch, well, in time for the holidays, get that on DVD if it's available somewhere on Amazon or somewhere. Ants, one of the few animated DreamWorks movies prior to Shrek, getting that on DVD. Now let's look over to my closet to see what movies I really have, that I mostly have on VHS from the top, and what I have remaining. You know, throughout my childhood, most of the movies I've had growing up were mostly Disney movies, and some movies by Warner Brothers, including the Batman movies. I never had any Superman ones on VHS prior, because when I was a kid, I never was a fan of Superman, but I did come across watching the Christopher Reeve movies. Let's see, I have 3 other DreamWorks movies aside from Ants. You got Prince of Egypt. I was about to say Prince of Persia. Get rid of that movie. That movie was pretty boring and pointless. One of my favorite DreamWorks animated movies, Chicken Run. I'm planning on getting that on DVD. That's going to go. Shrek, one of my top favorite movies from childhood. Around when I was 9 years old, when the movie came out in 2001. I am definitely getting Shrek, the first Shrek, on DVD. I still have Shrek 2 on DVD, but not the third, not even Shrek Forever After. So the only way to get all the movies on DVD, I have to start with the first, still have the second one on DVD again speaking, get Shrek the third and Shrek Forever After. So Shrek on VHS, I'm not sure if I should get rid of this or keep the VHS, because, well, it's still a funny film, whatever. The Toy Story movies. Obviously, since this is the 20th anniversary of the original Toy Story, I have plans on getting the DVD version. A Bug's Life, I'm planning on getting that on DVD. Sucks that this film is criminally underrated. Toy Story 2, I'm getting that on DVD as well to complete the Toy Story trilogy on DVD, since Toy Story 3 is on DVD and Blu-ray, so I'm planning on getting the first 2 movies on DVD as well. And then you got all these other movies I have from Disney, including that Buzz Lightyear VHS, Monsters Inc. You got, so I'm also going to break down what movies from the Disney Renaissance era, plus the 3 awful direct-to-video movies of those following films that I have on VHS still. You have The Lion King, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Mulan, Tarzan, that's it. Plus one of the individual terrible direct-to-video films, yet I still have them on VHS. Lion King 2, Pocahontas 2, and Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. I'm planning on getting rid of these movies and putting them on, get them on DVD from somewhere that sells them available. I don't know, like Barnes and Noble, Amazon, wherever they're sold, Walmart, you know, places like that. Then I got Disney's Dinosaur, the live-action 101 Dalmatians film. Which actually the only version I remember from childhood prior to hearing that there was the 1960s animated version from that, from the live-action, you know, from the animated Disney movies line. Squanto's A Warrior Tale, that was a very underrated film. Peter Pan, The Land Before Time, never really cared for that. And the greatest movie of all, one of the greatest movies of all time, The Wizard of Oz. Although as much as I never really cared for Wizard of Oz, I'm planning on probably getting that on DVD. Sorry. And then I got all these other movies on VHS right here. From the dark, if you can see it, I have Casper, A Spirited Beginning, not the Casper movie that came out 20 years ago. I have whatever movies between that. I have George of the Jungle, Men in Black, and albeit the first ever Michael Bay movie ever that I've ever witnessed, that I've ever gotten on VHS back in childhood, Armageddon. So I'm definitely getting rid of these movies on VHS. And, oh god, Thomas the fucking Tank Engine. Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Oh god, what am I going to do with all of these tapes? I got some VHS movies from this column of the closet right here. Gotta move some of this stuff here. Gotta get rid of some of this. Move Sonic over. From this column, I don't want to knock these tapes over because there's like a whole bunch of like 20 tapes that I have atop. VHS now is so fragile. I get rid of some of the stuff. I don't think I can have this stuff anymore. I mean, childhood is gone for me. So I was thinking. But in this section here is tapes that I made when I still had a working VCR. Between the time when VHS was defunct 10 years ago till my VCR clunked out in 2009, and I decided to move forward to DVD. Gotta put these tapes a little, remove some because there's just too much weight to them. Oop. I don't want to. There's just too many of them. Now you can barely see what remaining. Sorry for that malicious ruckus. Now what I was trying to show you is what movies I'm getting that I still have on VHS still remaining. I mean, if you can barely see what I have, but all of these damn tapes still, I mean, all of these old tapes, I mean, every single one of them. I can't tell which ones, despite all of these. Let's see. You can barely see which ones I have available, despite the lack of full light. I have the first X-Men movie. I have only one Pokemon movie on VHS, which is Pokemon the movie 2000. The first two Harry Potter films, Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, respectively. And of course, from the very dim dark, if you can barely see that image, under the second Harry Potter VHS is the live-action Scooby-Doo movie. I just can't believe this. Well, I said I'm planning on getting these films on VHS. So, at the end of the vlog, I am going to, once when this vlog is finished being posted and when I record and edit this, after I get rid of these movies, actually when I write down the list of these films, I'm going to go ahead, write down the list of these films, put them on, and write down which ones should I get on DVD, like I said. And when I do, I will go ahead to show the films on DVD during my DVD review show and see what the overall results are when I do so. and after the vlog, and when I give you a single update how my room looks so far, especially the closet area, I'll show you how the closet looks right now. But my next vlog, I will discuss which one of these tapes contain videos and such that I made prior to, well, actually tapes containing content that was pre-recorded on VHS before my VHS clonked out. I even have, like I told you back in one of my podcasts about proposed movie projects, mostly proposed Power Ranger fan film projects that I did via in rough form on VHS, which were mostly compilation of clips of celebrities that I followed at the point back in the early mid 2000s until my VCR clunked out and I moved on to a more digital format like my camera here. And till then, I'll give you an update video on the process of what I'm doing with this cleanout, closet cleanout, because there's a lot of old tapes that were made by me that I am not going to get rid of just yet. But mine is these Jesus Christ related videos like The Lamb of God and the classic Charlton Heston 1956 film The Ten Commandments on a 2-part VHS set. So I'm not going to get rid of those. But as for those Rugrats tapes, these Disney movies, those Ronald McDonald animated videos, speaking of which, I'm planning on getting rid of those because I don't want to look back to seeing this version of, well, yeah, this was fond childhood memories, seeing Ronald McDonald go animated back in the late 90s, early 2000s, but it's time I got rid of them. And get rid of that piece of shit Thomas and Friends film with Alec Baldwin and such. Thanks a lot, Nostalgia Critic. And George of the Jungle. I'm definitely getting rid of these films. I mean, I said I'm planning on getting, well, which ones? So what I am going to do is write down which movies I will get on DVD and ignore the movies I will not get on DVD. Like George of the Jungle, Land Before Time, Peter Pan, and Disney's Dinosaur. So those movies are definitely going to be scratched out. And oh yeah, the Michael Bay atrocity that was Armageddon. So I'll let you guys know when I will do so.